Hi everybody, my name's Jordan Sims and I'm going to be your instructor for Math 1043 this term, Math Foundations. This video I'm going to go over kind of what you need to know to get into the course, kind of deal with the technology, because it's new and it's often confusing when you get started. So if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, don't panic. By a couple weeks you'll get the hang of it for sure. Where I'm at nscc.ca. I'm going to log into our course website on Brightspace. Now how you can do that is we're going to select Learning Online, and then you're going to go over here to the Login button under Student Access. Here, you're going to log in. You can put in your W number, which is your student ID, and you should have received a password from the NSCC, so check your email if you haven't already done so. Remember, your student email can be found, again, by going to nscc.ca, and if you just scroll up here a little bit, you can see we have webmail right here. So that's how you can access your webmail. Once we logged in to Brightspace, you're going to see all your courses. This is kind of the My Course home. So if you're taking a few different classes with us, like chemistry or math or bio, they're going to all appear right in this area right here. What you want to do is you want to find Math 1043. Now it's not open yet. That'll be on Monday, but it's open for me, so I'm going to show you what's up. As soon as we log in, we have this nice little display. You can also click this grid here and look for any other courses that you have. Here's the name of our course. If you receive any kind of like emails or things like that, messages or notifications, you'll see those right here. And what you should do, especially if you're new to the college, is click right here on your name in the upper right hand corner and go in through your profile. Set up your profile, throw your name in, you can throw a picture up. I would prefer if you put a picture of yourself, but if you're not comfortable with that, feel free to just put any picture, your pets, sunsets, whatever. And feel free to add as much information as you're comfortable adding. Social networks, your contact info, any personal info about you, that's cool. And then down here at the bottom, just make sure to hit save and close when you're done with that. Next thing I want you to do is go back to your picture and then click on notifications. And here is where you can set up all of your notifications. All right. So if you want a text message, put a checkbox under SMS. And if you want email notifications, put a checkbox under emails. Okay. Now what you should do for sure, announcements. Whenever I do an announcement, you should get a notification. So that's an important one. A lot of these you don't really need to know a lot of, but grades as well. When I put a new grade in, you might want to get an email about that as well. Okay, so make sure you do that, and again, hit save down in the lower left corner. Now we're ready to kind of get into the course, and most of the course is in this submenu right here. A lot of our time is going to be spent under content. So if we click on content right now, and again, you're going to see a lot of instructor stuff, so let me just view as a student so we can see what you look like. Under content, here's our table of contents. Now, a lot of information is going to be coming at you right here, but a lot of it kind of takes you all to the same places. So it's different ways to get to the same place. You're going to have a bunch of student links. That's going to be kind of the first thing that you'll see right here. This is for My Math Lab, and this is a program we use where all your homework and your tests will be. So everything here is for marks. There's a lot of links here right now. I'm going to hope to clean this up a little bit, but an important one is all assignments. We'll come back to that in a second. As you go through the content, here's the table of contents over here on the left. You can click on anything. Make sure you read everything under the welcome page. So here's where we're watching this video right now. Here's the course outline. Here's our schedule. Make sure you post in the discussion. This is worth marks. So if you want to do that, post here, click start a new thread, and then you can start talking to everyone in your class, introduce yourself, just follow the directions. Tell us a little bit about who you are, why you're taking this class, all that stuff. And then you can reply to everyone else in your class too, and it's pretty nice. If I want to go back now, I can use this little trail right here, the breadcrumb trail, to go back to the welcome section. Make sure that you complete everything in the content, okay? This is what's going to keep you organized as we go through the course because it's a lot of stuff. There's also an assignment on time management, so you can click on that link as well when you're ready to do that. I gave you a calendar, but you could just give me any other. You don't have to submit this calendar per se. I just want you to give me some sense of how you're going to be working. Tell me when you're going to do math. It's super important when you're doing online stuff that you have to chart in your time. You're still going to put in the same amount of time as someone going to campus, but it's going to be different. It's going to be on your time, on your schedule. So make a schedule up. try to make it reasonable, try to make it sustainable. Don't work 4 hours at a time on math. Try to work an hour. 45 minutes is great. 2 hours at the max if you can, and try to break it up. Don't do all your math in one day. That's not helpful for anyone. So if you finish that, or you want to send me a screenshot or a picture or make a video, do that, and then you can just click the button here to upload and throw that in. And by the way, this is worth marks as well. Okay, so we have 2 marked assignments, your introductory discussion, that's worth marks, and your assignment as well. As we get into the course, once you finish this, you'll notice one thing. Unit 1 is not open yet. You have to do this first before Unit 1 becomes available for you. All right, so let me get back to my instructor superpowers here, and I'll show you Unit 1. Now, in this course, here's Unit 1. There's a lot of optional stuff. So the first thing you're going to see right here is the Unit 1 introduction. This basically just tells us what we're going to learn for every unit. Okay, here's the learning outcomes and what you're expected to do. Okay, now if I want to go back to Unit 1, there's also all this optional stuff. So I'm not really going to be like having class per se. There's videos here. So if you want to check out how to add whole numbers, there's a video. Watch it. Then subtracting whole numbers. So you just click the link, it opens a video. Now we use Edpuzzle, but don't worry about logging in or anything. You can just click play and away you go. Okay, don't bother about logging in. And the reason I say that is because this is optional. None of this stuff is worth any marks at this point. This is just for you. So if you know how to add, great. Don't watch the video, just skip it and go on. Okay, now there's also practice problems here, and again, these are just for you. Okay, so if you wanted to work on adding, say, for example, here's a bunch of stuff. You could print this off. You could just do it on paper. Again, none of this is worth marks, and the answers are always at the bottom to check your work. So you're the adult. Do as many or as few of these as you feel comfortable. I just want you to understand the concept. If you have it, great. Let's move on. Okay, don't waste time. So you go through, check out the videos, check out the practice problems if you want. Now, if you need help, if you're stuck ever at all, you can contact me through here. Just message me. You can send me an email through here. You can send me an email through your Nova Scotia NSCC email. You can use your Gmail. You can use whatever you want. But just keep in mind, when I send you an email, it's probably going to go to your NSCC account. So you need to be checking that often, all right? We generally don't send emails about college stuff to non-college emails, okay? So just keep that in mind. We'll try to do everything through here. So this is the play. You go through this. It's all optional. If you have an idea, you're like, great, I know what's up. Then I want you to go back up here under student links, and I want you to select, and I'll eliminate a lot of this craziness here for you, but I want you to select all assignments. My Math Lab, all assignments. Now go through this the first time. You'll set it up. You'll follow the prompts, all that good stuff. You'll pay for your e-textbook access as well through here. So that'll all happen for you. If you have any trouble with that, just let me know. I'm more than happy to walk you through it. Now here's all your stuff. This is where the marks are per se. So aside from the discussions and that stuff, all that optional worksheets, not worth a thing. Here's where the marks are. So let's start with 1-1, and you just go down the list. We're going to click 1-1. Here's all the questions. You start with question 1, and you just rip through it like that. Okay? So basically, the question is going to load at some point. Make sure you're using Google Chrome, by the way, friends. It's a great browser. Don't use Internet Explorer. You might have problems. So basically, here's what it looks like. Here's our assignment. We have 30 questions. You can skip just by hitting this button. You can hit the drop down arrow and you can jump to any question you like. And we're going to throw in an answer. So as soon as I click in the little field here, we're going to have some options here. I could make a fraction by hitting this button if I wanted to. So you click there, make it a fraction. I can do that. Just backspace out to delete it. I can make it a mixed number if I want. Backspace all that just to delete it. You can use your arrow keys. If I want an exponent, I can do that. And on and on and on. So what we do is we do the math, do it out on paper, of course. So 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5. Now if I just throw in a number, let's say 90. I know it's going to be wrong here. And look, we have 3 shots on every question. So it's going to tell me to check my addition, try again. Let's say it's 90 again, just to say. Let's just get it wrong on purpose. Okay, oh, it's wrong again. I'll recheck the box. We'll get it wrong a 3rd time. So now, the 3rd strike, we're out. And look, it tells us what the correct answer is. Now I have an option. I can go on to the next question, or I can do a similar question. And that's the idea here, is that we get infinite tries on the homework. This is about practice. Okay, so if you get it wrong, just reload it and try it again. If you need help, let me know. So now we have 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 2 is 16. Let's blast that in, enter, and we got it correct. So now we have the green check mark up here, and we go on automatically to the next question. If I hit my drop-down menu, we can see that we got question 1 correct, and we just keep going. That's the play. Now if you get stuck on a question, over here under question help, there's a couple of options. Here's help me solve this, where the computer will literally kind of step you through step by step, and you might have to do a little bit. So let's begin here by doing 7 plus 4. Okay, that's 11. Let's check that. Okay, great, we got that part. Now let's do 11 plus 3, 14. Awesome. Okay, we go through this process. But when you do help me solve this, notice that you get it wrong, right? The computer marks it wrong instantly because the computer is helping us. But again, it's okay. It just automatically reloads another question, and we can work on it until we get the check. You can also select view an example. This is kind of more of a, a textbook type of thing. You just hit continue a few times and walk through and see what the computer does. That's cool. Usually pretty helpful. If you do use view an example, you don't get it wrong because the computer isn't actually solving that problem. It's showing you a similar problem, right? Notice that the numbers are different. Just be careful because a lot of people kind of have this going at the same time and they'll mix up their numbers and get it wrong too. So if you want to view an example, check it out, understand how it's going, but then close that and then solve the actual problem that we're working on here. A few other things, if you want to watch a video or a link to the e-textbook, you can do that here. And if you're stuck, just hit Ask My Instructor. This will send me an email. I respond very quickly to emails, and it brings me right to the problem. So I can do a little solution for you. I can make a quick video for you. If you have a ton of these, like you're really stuck on a lot of these problems, we can arrange a Skype meeting one-on-one. I'm more than happy to meet with you and help walk you through any problems at all. So don't be frustrated. Don't feel that you're doing this alone. I'm always just a call or a click away. All right? So that's the play. As we go through, when you're done, we're going to save our progress. And that's it. You don't have to hand in anything. You don't have to tell me anything. When you're done here, shoot for 100, of course. I hope you get 100. We have infinite shots. Your mark will be right here. You can click it. Right now I have 3.3% because I only got one question right. I can come back and work at this as much as I want before the due date. After the due date, September 16th at midnight, it's locked out and you can't access it anymore. So make sure you get it all done before the due date. When you finish 1.1, rock on to 1.2, and so on and so forth. And again, each of these have a section in D2L. So if you want to go back and check out those videos, you can do so just by going back to the table of contents right here. Okay? Now when you're finished all of Unit 1, there is a test. You have one attempt on the test. You don't have infinite shots on the test. There are 15 questions usually, and you just start your test. In this course, each test is linked to an outcome. So if you fail the test, let me know because you're going to have to make up that learning somehow. You could rewrite the test, you could do an alternate assignment, you could do a project, a video, something else, but you have to demonstrate that you have met the learning for Unit 1. You have met that outcome. And you have to pass all of these tests, or if you don't, you have to meet all of those outcomes. So it's not like high school where you get a 50 and you're good to go. You need to meet every outcome at least to a 60. And that's very important. If you don't do that, you're going to get an F on your transcript. You have not met the outcomes. So if you fail a test, let me know. We can discuss your options. It could be a rewrite. Usually most people just write it again. They learn from their mistakes. But again, it could be a video or project or something else as well. Okay, so that's pretty well it. Jump in. Let me know if you have any problems at all. I'll be reaching out to everyone hopefully in the next couple days, just checking in, seeing how it's going. Welcome again. Super excited to have you. Make sure again you go right into content and the welcome section right there. Welcome. Post your intro discussion. Start with your assignment, and then from there, Unit 1 will be unlocked for you, and you can go through that process as well. All right, so welcome again. Super excited. If you have any problems, just let me know. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.